Oh, hi, it's me, Torin, from TorinAtkinson.com. Just turned down my volume here. This is the sixth? Six. I think it's episode number 6. Well, it's episode number 7 of the series. It's episode number 6 for me, because I'm skipping number 5. No, I'm skipping number 6, because I don't like it. It's boring. All right. This episode, however, is called Prison Without Walls. Let us read the summary. I am, by the way, a storyboard artist by day. I work in Vancouver, BC on various action and comedy animation shows. And I'm also a dungeon master, and sometimes I'm a voice actor. So I've got, I feel I've got the bona fides to do this video. So today we're watching A Prison Without Walls. Synopsis: Dungeon Master sends the children to a valley where the gnomes reside. When they arrive, they discover that the gnomes have been enslaved by evil Venger, who makes them mine for mystic gems. To free the gnomes, the children must search for Lucian, the spellbinder whose magic protected the gnomes' valley for centuries. However, the Dungeon Master's pupils are hounded by a giant creature in the Swamp of Sorrow. Now, they misspell Lucian, I believe. But let's go ahead. So I'm going to be talking about what do you call it? Production gaffes and composition and sound design and everything that I can think of. We've seen this intro many times, but I'll just talk through it because hey, that's fun. Great intro. It does the thing where it tells the backstory of the cartoon you're about to watch. So by the time the titles are finished, you're caught up. You're, well, kind of, sort of. I mean, the series was not a, didn't have a big arc through it. It wasn't like, today's 8-part miniseries where you have to watch the one before it. It's serialized, so any episode has to stand on its own. Although, as it gets later in the series, you get to know the characters more and the stakes get higher. But here we see Uni and Dungeon Master and all the group. I might be referring to some notes as we go through. Prison Without Walls, 1983, by Steve Gerber, who famously created Howard the Duck. He created Thundar the Barbarian, one of my other most favorite cartoons. And I think he had a hand in the Guardians of the Galaxy comics as well. So here we see them.
I wonder what's in there.
Diana says, I wonder what's in there, but we don't see what she's looking at. So the script says this is the entrance to the Veil of Mist, so it's not really very clear in the show itself, which is unfortunate.
Quite correct, Cavalier. A heartless dragon dwells in the Veil of Mists. And there is no
Heartless dragon, this is important.
Ha! What did I tell you? Even he agrees with me.
Eric's very happy that he's right.
When the dragon's
Oh,
heart
it made that weird sound.
place,
Oh.
It may show you the way home.
That was probably not in the script. That oh.
Yeah, Dungeon Master. What? Oh no, he's
And
gone.
of course they're
And I think we should follow his
alarmed
example.
that he's gone.
But I'm
There was a weird unnecessary zoom in that part where they cut to the kids, and then they cut back and Dungeon Master wasn't there.
Wow, this fog's thicker than peanut butter. Shh, hold
In
it
the
down.
script, he didn't say peanut butter, he said chocolate, double malted, which of course I'm sure the supervisor said, none of these kids know what a double malted is. It's not 1950 anymore. I love the little glimmer sound effect on the gem when there's a little when it catches the light. It actually makes a physical sound. Very classic. We see the we've seen the giant warrior statues, which are they're called stone golems in the script, but they actually are a design reuse from the previous episode. Was it? Yeah, it was a previous episode, I think. Where they used iron golems. And it looks like an iron golem, but this one's made of stone. Looks very similar. When I first saw this cartoon, I thought these were dwarves. But they call themselves gnomes. There you go. Gnome. Get up, gnome. Derisive orc. This nameless gnome is clearly voiced by Frank Welker.
No rest until you have mined all the mystic gems.
You'll note that... Here's a little tip. If you have daggers, wear them on the side of your belt, not in the middle, so that when you lift up your leg, you don't get stabbed in the thigh. Or when you bend over. I like how the swords, they're like scimitars and they're jagged. It's kind of an interesting design. You don't really see a lot of pointy swords in the show, despite it being a D&D show.
You've no chance against all of them.
The audio is weirdly out of sync on this episode. I think at the beginning it's okay, at the end it's okay. It's a very anime, very manga-style mouth on Bobby there. These nice shots.
All clear, Hank.
Presto! Here! I'm not taking attendance, you dwarf! I need help!
Sounds like he calls him a dwarf, but I think he says dwarf, which might be like a variant on dweeb. This is a great gag. Good expressions and good animation on him. It's kind of like... I'm sure the animators love Sheila as a character because a lot of the time they don't have to draw her.
What's wrong? We just saved your life.
Yeah, you might show a little gratitude.
You don't understand.
Nice
The
butt shot
valley is
on
under
the
Venger's
gnome.
spell. No gnome may leave the valley and live.
Yeah,
Maybe
audio.
Presto
The
said
audio,
you can lift the
the lip
spell.
sync is
Yeah,
off.
right. And maybe you can
And I
lift the
checked.
soundtrack.
I thought maybe it just
Only
might
the
be my DVD,
spellbinder
but I checked the.
Lucian can break the spell. His magic protected our valley
But
for
it was
centuries.
every
Where can we
YouTube
find this
had the same thing.
Spellbinder.
Haven't we done
Lucian
enough
the
volunteer
spellbinder.
work for one day?
No
So he
one
says
can
that
find Lucian.
no
Even
gnome may
refused to
leave the
tell
valley
Venger
and
the
live.
secret of
And
the
I have a
dragon's
question
heart.
about that in a second.
Venger imprisoned him in the swamp of sorrow.
Wait, Dragon's
It's
Heart.
weird that they put that
Dungeon
rock
Master said that
in
would
the
show
middle
us
of that,
way to get
the scene just
home.
before this one.
Huh?
It's like it was put there to hide
gotta
their
tell us where
feet
this
for some
swamp
reason.
is.
To the south,
I'm not
beyond
sure.
the forest. And now, I must return to face my punishment.
So he's returning to face his punishment, which means what? He's going to leave the valley.
Right, Bobby? Come on. Let's
And I
get
guess he
going.
survives. So this is Venger's Castle. A lot of the time, Venger's Castle looks different in every episode, but in this one, they reuse.
Have mercy, great Venger. I returned here willingly to serve you.
What did you tell
In the
me,
script,
young
so what it says in the script is that they can't leave the valley unless they're summoned by Venger.
Great Venger.
So that's a line
I
that they
said only
cut,
that Lucian is your prisoner,
and it
and
makes
that
the
no
story
one
weird
can
now.
find him.
Yet they have set out to search for him.
Yes.
Return the
I
slave
love the
to
pig-nosed
work.
orc
Yes,
design. Not really
master.
pig-nosed. They're kind of like... Originally, orcs are supposed to have pig noses, and this is kind of like... And as they got into like 3rd edition D&D, it was more like... They just didn't have a nose at all.
You will go to the swamp of sorrow and find the young ones. If they locate Lucian, he may tell them the secret of the dragon. You will report it to
Venger,
him
voiced
once.
by
As you wish.
Peter Cullen, who did Optimus Prime.
The spellbinder. Then the swamp shall claim them, and you will collect their weapons for me.
Yes, I will do that thing. Double bow. Nice foreground element.
Gnome gave us a bum steer.
Creates nice
Not
depth.
even Venger would build
And
a
then in that
prison in a
previous shot
mud
too,
hole
with the
like
vines and
this. It'd
everything.
sink right into the slime.
Your reasoning is sound, Cavalier. No one would build a prison here.
He's just been hanging out in there and all day.
Twice in one day?
I would, if I was an animation director, I would call for a revision on the fingers in that previous shot
Prison
with
without walls.
Eric.
Huh?
It's kind of
What kind of
malformed,
prison doesn't
skinny.
have walls?
Yeah, Dungeon Master. That doesn't make any... Ah, rats. He's gone again.
The screen
Maybe he went
direction on
home
Presto
in his
was a little weird
dungeon
there.
without floors
Okay,
or
so
something.
these monsters are from the monster manual, I believe. Violet fungus. In the book, they're much larger than this.
Oh, no. We're surrounded.
And if their little tendrils touch you, your flesh will rot away. I guess none of the tendrils are actually touching their skin, so I guess that could be canon or in correct with the lore. And here we have a shambling mound.
Monster
which bears a striking resemblance to Man-Thing from the comics, which Steve Gerber, the writer on this episode, did a run on 39 issues, I wrote down. And the music we're listening to here appears many times in the series and also in the another. This is a Marvel production, and another Marvel production is The Incredible Hulk, which was being broadcast at the same time, and they shared music between the two series. It's very dense, rich audio throughout this episode, multi-layered. Eric is like, kill that thing. The Shambling Mound appeared in Savage Tales #1 in 1971.
It's feeding off the arrow's energy.
That is also true. If you in D&D rulebook, it's time for the halftime commercial break. If you hit Shambling Mound with a lightning spell, it will grow bigger and become more dangerous. So that's kind of true. I don't know if I would call Hank's bow lightning, but that's fine. Nice pop culture reference.
Weed killer? That's no good. Presto, wait! That thing is sort of like a plant. Maybe it's worth a try. Here goes. So that here goes was actually Presto's voice actor. What's his name? Adam Rich. Although it was made to look like Hank was saying it. And we won't get any closer standing here. Come on.
I did so. Oh, maybe this would be a good time to talk about it. This is my blog. I did a whole blog entry on adapting this episode to a D&D tabletop adventure, complete with maps. Thank you, Andrew Bator. Some that I drew myself. Go through all the different scenes, story points, what minis you could use. So check that out, tornatkinson.com.
What's he gonna do? Whistle?
You must find him quickly during the crossing of the Four Suns tomorrow.
During the crossing of the Four Suns tomorrow. Just like in the Dark Crystal, the Great Conjunction.
Where'd he go? I'm really confused now.
Frank Welker as Uni.
We just find the heart of the prison and the dragon that speaks without walls, and we're home free. It's simple.
Shadow Demon hanging out in the shadows like he does. And there we saw the Four Suns coming together.
What is this creepy place?
Check out that wall.
You mean, what was this creepy place?
Do you think this could be the prison without walls?
No, did you not see the wall,
This sure
Diana?
doesn't look like a prison to me. I think it's just gross. Let's go.
Hey, not so fast. I could use a little rest before we march back.
I'm not a
to the club.
germaphobe, but I always thought it was weird that
Good idea, Eric.
if
Take
you
a
find
load off the brain.
Eric just like
Very
jumps on the old rotten bed that's been in the swamps for who knows how long. Like, what's in there? Well, turns out zombies are in there. I was thinking more like bugs
You can have it.
A zombie.
and fungus,
Eric needs help.
spores. Nice. That was a nice shot of going panning down. It was more like it was more like a crane down Sheila to her feet, from her head to her feet, to see the hand come up. It's a cool shot. There's a lot of screaming, which, you know,
Arrow didn't stop him. What are we gonna do?
I feel like Hank's arrow should probably stop a zombie. They're not particularly high level.
Hurry! Let's blow this dump while we've got the
Let's blow this dump.
Oh no, Mr. Muckball again.
Kablooey. There's the money shot right there.
He saved us again.
Makes a lot.
Now he's turned on us
That was
again.
so that was Presto talking, and Bobby screamed, but the scream was again from Presto's voice actor, Adam Rich. They do that a lot in this series. Like almost every episode, they throw Presto's scream into Bobby's mouth. I like Hank's kind of like lavender eyes. That's a good shot too, with the hand coming in. He saved us twice. Rah, rah, rah. Frank Welker doing his Scooby-Doo. He was, no, he wasn't Shaggy. That was Casey Kasem. He was Fred on Scooby-Doo.
Outvoted again.
Back in the day. I think he does Scooby-Doo now as well.
He wants to show us something.
Yeah, he wants to show you something.
Wow, it's magic stuff.
God, look at that magic stuff.
See? I told you. He probably ate Lucian and kept his stuff.
Hard to disagree.
Wise up, Eric. Venger must have changed Lucian into this creature. Trapped in this form, he can't say any magic words, and he can't work any spells.
So he can't say any magic words, and he can't work any spells.
Right.
This is another problem I have with the story, with the script in this episode. I do like the throbbing gem though. Uni pointlessly making noises. So he wants Presto to cast the spell.
To change you back? What if I flub it? I might turn you
He's,
into a bully
you know, he has no
or
self-confidence.
You've gotta
But Hank the
try,
leader
Presto.
jumps in and says, do it.
Only hope to free the gnomes from Venger.
And for us to find a way home.
Okay, here goes.
So now casting the spell, he doesn't say any magic words. All he does is wave the magic wand over the... So I feel like Swamp Thing could have done that.
Lucian?
But that's fine.
Wow.
Oh, brother, what's next? Card tricks? Look, can you tell us how to get home or not?
The secret you seek lies within the heart of the dragon.
Look at the mustache in that shot. The wand moves away from it. I love the light, the dramatic lighting on that shot. But you'll notice that the wand moves and his mustache is split in a weird way. It must be the animators also must like Shadow Demon, because they never have to do any lip sync on it.
March to work.
Getting mouth shapes. Uh-oh.
Lucian and the young ones.
A competent wizard is here. The gnomes, like in that shot, the gnomes look different.
You are free, my friends.
They have, instead of just using one model, they have a whole bunch of different designs for the gnomes.
Never thank you enough.
Oh, yes, you can. Just show
No,
us the
yes,
way
you
home.
can.
Yes, the time is right. The four sons
The
are
Great
about to
Conjunction
converge.
is happening.
So that's why it's called the Heart of the Dragon.
That is why it's called Heart of the Dragon. And now, the magic happening. It's time for Pink Floyd's Laser Light Show.
A giant map.
Of the whole universe.
It is that and much more. Each point of light is a gateway to another world.
So, point us to our gateway and get us out of here already.
Avenger!
I'll have no further need for you, Lucian, or your gnomes.
That's a nice shot. Now we see the stone golems come to life and start wrecking the town.
You've gotta stop them. They'll crush the village.
And Venger's like, nuh-uh, I deflect your magic.
And now to be rid of you, Lucian, once and for all.
It was weird that he backed away from the camera to do a thing, and then they cut in close. It's kind of an unnecessary cut, but I like the destruction. Here's I don't normally like Uni, but this is a good. I love this shot. The kid comes out and was like, "What?" And then the hand comes in from the side and pulls him out. That's great comedy. But yeah, this is what Uni is good for. This is the storytelling point. They have to rescue her. As we saw in the previous episode, Valley of the Unicorns. That's where Uni learned that she can teleport once per day. Important story point as well. I love that Hank seemed to have been crushed and then started shooting at the Oh no, they destroyed wrecked the statue of the dragon. Oh no! All 4 orcs are free. And then we never see them again. Like, did they run away, or are they helping the fight, or what's happening with them?
Hey, Eric, a cannon.
So what? You gonna point it at him and say bang? Huh? Conjure up a cannonball, airhead.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, no.
That sound. Yeah. Straight out of the Warner Brothers sound effects library, which is a real thing. You can look it up. You can. I believe you can download it somewhere. Make your own cartoon. Nuh-uh. This is like if you were really in D&D. This is the kind of stuff that you do to defeat the 1,000,000 hit point monster. You gotta use your brains.
I guess we don't need the cannonball, eh, Eric?
The expression in Eric's face. Or if you have a giant club, you just roll a critical hit and shatter it to 1,000,000 tiny stone debris. Pew! Uh-oh. See, I'm not really sure what happens there. He shoots. Avenger shoots the ball. The ball bounces off the shield, hits the gems, and then there's like 3 beams that go from that point back at Venger, and Venger doesn't like it, and he's dissipated. Banished. Only for the moment.
At least we won't be around when he gets back. You're gonna show us the way home,
I like how spotty Lucion's nose is.
What? The gemstone whose light led to your world was there.
Oh no.
There is no way the gemstone can help you now. We are grateful for your help, and sorry we can't help you in return.
You're sorry? After the frown,
Eric is upset.
Walls and the zombies and the hub? What do you know about sorry?
That's enough, Eric. Let's go.
It's a nice shot between Hank's legs.
Find a way out of this world. You will one day, magician. With each brave deed, you grow more worthy. You will be rewarded in time.
In time for what? Our retirement?
Yeah, and there you go. That's episode number 7, Prison Without Walls. Pretty good episode, I would say. Not overly complicated. Only like a couple different areas. But good. Yeah, and as always, I got to complain about it. They don't list the voice actors, the extras voice actors, or who does what voice. They just list the main cast. But hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to do the liking and the subscribing. It's a thing I gotta say. And check out my other videos on this topic. And what's the next episode? Oh my god. It's not even on this disc. I have to change discs. But I should know episode 8. I think it's Servant of Evil, which is probably in my top 5 Dungeons & Dragons episode. If you have comments, by all means, put them in the comments below, and I will thank you once again, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and don't forget to check out my DM tips and my 20-minute monster drawings right here on this channel. I'm pointing down for some reason. Bye-bye.